Hey guys, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Long awaited return of this one. Today we are flying from Osaka International Airport to Nagasaki, which is a lovely jaunt across the western portion and southern portions of Japan. Should get some nice scenery along the way with the new scenery update, which has just been introduced with Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to follow the following waypoints this way. So going from Osaka, then to Yodo, then to all these different waypoints. So we should have plenty to look at on the way. Some absolutely beautiful views over Japan as we're flying over there. So we'll jump in the aircraft and let's get going with it. There we go. So this is the default airport of Osaka. It's 2 runways, which is 14 left and 32 right, I believe. We're in the Daher TBM 930, the Babe Magnet. And as you can see on the bottom of the left here, we have, the bottom left of the map, sorry, we have our metrics, which hopefully sort of provide a bit more context and information as to where and when the aeroplane's doing different maneuvers, etc. So without further ado, we'll jump into the cockpit, do a startup routine, request clearance to depart on our route and get going. Okay, so as you can see, the aircraft is off. We're on ramp at Osaka now. We'll hop inside the aircraft and we'll perform like the basic checks. I've already done sort of like the inside inspections and whatnot to save some time. So the crash lever needs to be up, which has just popped up. Crash lever. Correct. Up. Yep. Copilot's processing that. Battery or GPU. Set battery, not the ground power unit. Generator should be on main. DI systems. Let's test that button. Looks good. Landing gear lights down. Fuel on board. Check. Yep, we've got 73%.
TOS system test. Okay.
Cool. Finished. Next page for the engine start. We've got a warning about oil pressure and fuel pressure and low voltage. That's okay. Set the ignition to auto, which it is. Auxiliary boost pump to on. Propeller area, is it clear? Yes. Starter on 2 seconds, then off. 1, 2. Pressed abort. Damn. Let's try that again. Yeah, good enough. And then set the low idle on the throttle when the exhaust gases get to 13%, which they are. Letting me, there we go. We have to monitor our exhaust temperatures, which is now in the green. Temperatures and pressures still look good. Automatic starter when NG is 52%, which it is. Let's have a look. After engine start. Yes, yes. Low idle to flight idle. Move. Oil pressures and temperatures look good. P's and T's. Auxiliary boost pump to auto. Fuel selector is now auto from manual. That's been tested. Autopilot and trims on. Generator step to main. And bleed should be set to auto. There we go. So it's now in flight idle. Should bring the exhaust temperatures down as it blows across the engine. And it's asking about pitot heat, which will turn on. Turn the inertial separator on. There we go. No more dinging. Next page. Inertial separators on, which I've just put on. Flight controls. Let's have a check of those. Look good. Flaps are up. Yes. Throttle should feather twice. Taxi lights on. Park brake should be off. Right, so we'll release the parking brake in a second. Let's get back to the main view. And let's start up ATC. Turn into ground. Request clearance for our flight plan, which is already loaded in the Garmin. Okay, so we'll request pushback in a second, but I just wanted to show you on the PFD here, we need to set the source to the FMS, which is, I think, stands for the flight management system. Otherwise it won't pick up the route that we want to follow on the autopilot. So if we click into the MFD, we can click into the flight plan, and it's not put an active flight plan in there. Ah, there we go. It just popped up. So yeah, we can see our waypoints here. And then we can... There's a way to scroll across. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. You can see Yodo, Izumi, Tocom, Heibar, Arigi. And then after that we should have Baile. Wait, so the map doesn't go that far, but never mind. Then to Chinu. And then we start our arrival phase into Nagasaki. So we kind of do a swoop back. See if there's any way to... Uh-oh, my game's just crashed. Okay. Just before the game rudely interrupted me, this is the plan for the route there. So if we look at the approach, we're going into Chinu, into Oige, then Paddy, Tara, which is obviously the approach for Nagasaki, which is all the way over here, which is RJFU. So we've put it back on the plane mode. Up there will do us. We shall go to the external view. We don't need a pushback really, because we just cut over there. So without further ado, take the parking brake off, increase the throttle a little bit. Maybe the other way would help. I'm still used to getting used to this controller. Wave goodbye to the pushback man who was no longer needed. Speedy aircraft. A lot of things happen at once. Reset the view to the middle. We'll taxi on our way, and I shall see you at... Oh! Landman! No! You just invalidated my flight plan. Alright, see you at the runway, guys. Okay, And after a slew of crashes and errors and weird glitches with the game, I'm back now. Had to restart it about 10 times. But we're here. Sometimes the mouse wouldn't work. Sometimes it'd just crash. Yeah. God knows. So anyway, we'll just make sure the flight plan's loaded in again. We're on the threshold of the runway. About to go in. No weather anyway. Flaps are set, lights and autopilot set, which I will engage. Don't know if you're supposed to do that on the taxiway, but never mind. We are parking brake off. Let's throttle up. As we go, we'll get a nice view of Osaka. Turn on the flight director, because why not? Whoa, those rudders are very sensitive. Pull up here. I'm using the controller, which is poverty. Raise landing gear. Turn on the autopilot. Turn my watch off.
Golf Sierra Alpha, contact campsite departure on ONE 2
Nav mode on. Throttle back. Flaps up. Follow the directive of air traffic controls. A lot of things going on at the same time.
121.5 for Daher Golf Sierra Alpha.
Tune into 121.5. Nice view of Osaka as we go. Bank left. And contact departure.
Campsite departure Daher Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is climbing
There's
through
the main part of
1,600 feet for 14,000 feet.
Daher Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha campsite departure. Continue to Yodo as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
A nice view of Osaka here. As we turn out towards the bay, which is southbound, I believe. Yeah, 190 degrees. Keep an eye on our... Oh, very fast. Zoom out a little bit so we can see where we're going. Coming up on the Yodo waypoint. See as we go over the port here at Osaka. I think there's a few canals in Osaka which I think are here. So there's a river here and a canal here. There's a street called Dotonbori, which is like I think the most famous street in Osaka, with all the shops and street food vendors and carts that line the side of it. Very, very nice place if you've ever been. I did thoroughly enjoyed it. Got all this reclaimed land here over the base. It's kind of like sort of reclamation project. Yeah, it's very, very short on space in Japan, so why not expand into the sea? So we'll chill here, 11,000 feet, go over the Osaka Bay. Massive urban sprawl here, but I think there's a few cities intertwined. So you've got Osaka over here, and I think this is like Nagoya. Let's pull up the map. like Kyoto's up here somewhere, but obviously Osaka, it's RJ00. Show. That's our route there, you see. So shortly we're banking to the right. Then after we pass that waypoint, we're going to enter a climb to 17,000 feet. So it's weird how these altitudes don't talk to the air traffic altitudes. But never mind, I guess we'll just have to listen to them. Is that actually an airport down there? Wow. I wonder what that is. That's cool. That huge bridge. That'd be fun to land on one day. Okay, so we are at cruising altitude 30,000 feet above southern Japan. Let's acknowledge that. Stand off there.
Going to 132.5 Daher Golf Sierra Alpha.
Feeding into Tokyo Center. Must have pressed a button by accident or something like that, because we just went slightly off course there. But as you can see, we are... Well, our estimated time of arrival is 23:34 and it's 22:58 UTC, so we're about half an hour away from Nagasaki. And yeah, I'd say we're about a third of the journey covered already. So, got 137 nautical miles to the next waypoint, which is Ballier. And 127 nautical miles till we get to Nagasaki itself. So, somewhere around about there. So when we start the approach and we start descending, I shall be back on video. Okay guys, welcome back. We are just going to start the descent phase, and a quick bit of mathematics here because we are 30,000 feet in cruise, and our next waypoint at, let's have a look, Chinu is 10,000 feet. So at 1,000 feet per minute descent rate, let's say, it's going to take 20 minutes to descend 20,000 feet required. I'm doing roughly sort of, it's about, let's have a look at the speed, 1 nautical mile every 10 seconds. That's 6 miles a minute. So when I am 20 minutes away, which is 6 times 20 is 120. When I'm 120 miles away, that's when I need to start descending. So if I double that to 2,000 feet, that'll be 60 miles. And if I do 1,500 feet, that'll be somewhere in between, which is 90. So at the minute, probably need to start descending at about 1,700 feet per minute. So let's set the altitude select all the way down to 10,000 feet. Oh, 10,500. Then we'll do vertical speed mode. We'll set it to about 1,700 feet per minute. So that means by the time we hit Chinu, we'll be at the 10,500 feet required. As you can see there, further 17 nautical miles away from Chinu is Oga. So we need to descend another 4,000 feet, roughly, but it's 10,000. My mistake, 10,000. So 4,000 feet, doing about 6 miles a minute. Traffic control decides to ruin my day. Tune away from that by doing that. There you go. I'm not tuned into them anymore. They can go away. I'm going to manage this on my own. Get to approach. Go. So we're descending 1,700 feet per minute, and we'll come back once we are at the Chinu waypoint. Okay, after another slew of crashes and restarts and autopilot not functioning and the plane not functioning properly, we're back on approach. Should be at the Fubki waypoint in a couple of minutes. So let's keep rolling with it. See if we can spot the airport, which is in the middle of the water. There it is. We've got a visual on the airport, which is great. By the time we get to Fubki, we should be 2,600. Let's do that, decrease our vertical speed. Oh, the autopilot loves to do funky things. So let's start to pull back on the throttle. So 10 miles out. We'll start flaps 1. That should help slow us down. Also zoom in this map. There we go, we're at Chara. set a vertical speed mode. 800 feet per minute.
Nagasaki approach Daher Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is type Daher TBM 98 miles southeast of Romeo Juliet Delta Uniform. Request flight following. Daher Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha Nagasaki approach.
Hang on course.
011 tree. Squawk 011 tree Daher Golf Sierra Alpha. Daher Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 7 miles southeast of Romeo Juliet Delta Uniform 2,200 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
6 miles out.
Copy Daher Golf Sierra Alpha.
Pointed right at the airport now. So just gotta maintain our speed,
Landing gear.
landing flaps,
Landing gear.
and gear. 5 miles out. Increase the speed to the approach speed. Making sure we maintain the approach to the runway. Bang on for speed, about 83 knots. Are fully configured for landing. Just gonna keep playing with the speed there. But let's disconnect the autopilot. Just fly this manually. Maintain. Oh god, this stick is too sensitive. .300 feet. I think should trim to the left a little bit. The autopilot was a tad off. .200 feet. Speed is looking good. A bit too low according to the Pappy. .70 feet. Oh, bit to the left. 50. 40. 30. Oh, there's lots of aircraft. Cut the throttle. Panic's there.
Stall.
There we go. Can get rid of the reverse thrusters. That wasn't too bad. I panicked at the last minute because I saw all the aircraft, but then I realised it doesn't really matter. Contact ground. Taxi to parking.
Nagasaki ground Daher Alpha Sierra
Flaps back
X-ray
up.
Golf Sierra Alpha taxiing to general
I need a
aviation
proper
parking
joystick. I'm
using
using a
taxiway
PlayStation
Papa
4
2
pad.
Papa Tree Bravo 2 Daher Golf Sierra Alpha.
Are these planes taking off? I can come off here. Go, here's an apron. Oh, back in the cockpit. Hear the squeaky rudders. Aircraft not moving. There we go. Oh my god. Oh. Pull the crash bar down. Shut the aircraft off. This devilish aircraft. Cuts off. Oh man. I'm so glad that's over. That took so long. Oh, thanks guys for joining. We are slowly but surely perfecting that buttery smooth landing. So if all them other planes weren't there, I need to perhaps turn live traffic off. That might have gone well. I panicked at the last minute and yanked back on the stick, which is probably something that I should have done in real life. But yeah, thanks for joining me all this time, and we'll catch you on the next one.